Hey there gang, YourGuitarSage. Today we're going to learn how to play a basic 12-bar blues progression. So you may not know that name, 12-bar blues, but you've certainly heard it in a bazillion tunes. It's probably the most used chord progression. Chord progressions are not copyrightable in that there's just only so many combinations you can use with chords. Just like a song title, it's not copyrightable because you could name a million songs Hello or I Love You or something like that. Well, chord progressions are repeated in so many songs. As a teacher, I see it all the time. You'll see one chord progression and find it the next day in another tune. It's maybe in a different key, but it's still the same chord structures. And but it doesn't take much to make a song sound entirely different, either the strum or the key or what's sung over it or lyrically or even the artist. So this chord progression you'll hear right away here, and I'm sure you'll recognize it. I'm going to play it a few different ways, and then I'll explain the chords and all that good stuff. So I'll play it fast at first here. It's going to go something like this. Heard something like that, or you may have heard stay here, turn this back around. Tracy Chapman has a song like that's all 12-bar blues. Birthday by the Beatles is the same. Okay, so there's a bunch of tunes right there that you can hear and see it's the same chord progression every time. Here's the cool thing. These are some of the easier chords that you're ever going to play. And the chords you're going to need are an A7, which is if you take your two fingers and leave a space right in between here on the third string. That's an A7. If you take that bit right there, move it down one string, and add your first finger to the second string of the first fret, you're going to hear this. That's your D7, and then your E7 is an E chord, but lift your ring finger. Okay, so it's called the 12-bar blues because you're using 12 bars of music, okay, or 12 measures of music. So it goes goes 4 beats or 4 measures of A7. Well, in this case, if we're in the key of A, it's going to go 1. That was second measure, third measure, fourth measure. Here's our D7, 4. That's our sixth measure. Here's 7, 4, 8, 3, 4, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then it starts over again. So it's a 12-bar blues. Okay, blues because it has a feel, a bluesy feel. Now. So here are the chords. And any of the techniques that I'm using here to get a hold of the 12-bar blues chart and all that good stuff, check out YourGuitarSage.com. Otherwise, if you're following along with my tunes, you're going to be doing a lot of writing because you don't have the chart sitting there in front of you. So if you're following my videos, check out YourGuitarSage.com. Get a hold of that ebook. It's really going to help with your strumming rhythms. Of course, you can get a hold of all these charts that I chart. And teach you about how to use your capo, the national number system, and a bunch of other good stuff. Okay, it's about a 33-page document, and it will totally help you. Okay, here we go. Here are the chords. A7 for 4 measures. D7 for 2 measures. measures, then E7 for one measure, D7 for one measure, and A7 for two measures. So again, it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so that's the basic rhythmic structure. Now we can do whatever we want with this. If we want to go, you know, all sorts of little things that we can add to it, but to start off with some basic stuff, you know, just learn the chord progression. Okay, and as far as the rhythm, you know, you could do like a swing rhythm with it, which would be like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's called a swing, okay, and it just sounds great with blues. Or you could do basically when I'm strumming my downbeat, I'm muting, and then when I'm lifting up on the swing, I let the strings ring out. So like, now when I'm teaching my students here that for the first time, it always seems to be a little bit difficult at first. So don't give up. I've gone through it. Every guitar player went through it. It's just a little difficult at first, but just keep up with it. Okay. Anything that you see anybody else doing on the guitar, you can do. It's totally possible, but you've got to commit yourself to practicing, and that's really the key. I hear people say all the time, Eric, I can't do this. You totally can. It does help to have the right tools, but more than that, to practice, because practicing will get you there. Okay? Alright, that's it for today, 12-Bar Blues. If you haven't already, hit subscribe and check out the ebook at YourGuitarSage.com, and we'll talk to you soon.